Alright, so for this, we are going to be doing the hood hinges. In order to get to the hood hinges, you have to, the right way to do it is pull the fender off, and to get the fender off, you have to take the bumper off, you have to take the headlight off, you have to take the side skirt off. It's funny how easy it is to get the hood hinge off itself, but how much work it takes to get to the actual hood hinge. Like, some people will be like, oh, you don't have to remove all that. All you have to do is remove the 10s off the fender off the top and then like pull it back. Then you chance it like bending on the fender, like if you're pulling too hard on it to get to the 12s, because the fender line comes to here. The hood hinge is actually tucked under the fender. Like, you have a fender mount right there, so you can see that the fender mount for the hood hinge is like an inch past where the actual hood hinge mounts to the chassis. So you're gonna have to like pull it back. You can do it, but like the right way would be take precaution and take everything off to get to it. All right, guys, so first things first, go over here, open up your hood. Hopefully yours doesn't sound like that. So we're gonna open the hood up and we'll get our panel popper. Go through here, pop those off. And then what I like to do is I like to pull these covers off first. So this is a clip right there. Pop that off like that. And there's another one kind of hidden right there. That pops out like that. So just kind of move that out of your way. Just kind of tuck that behind the throttle body. And we'll go to the other side. All the clips are off right here. This one's already broken, but that one popped off like that. And just kind of tuck it behind the throttle body. Stays out of your way. And then I'm going to work on the bottom of it. Grab a 10 mil. And just go around the perimeter right here. And take all these off. Alright, so those are all off on the bottom. Then we're going to go under the wheel well. And to get to the wheel well, so there's a clip right here, kind of close to the outside. Pop that out like that. And then that's going to kind of give you some access to get under here, like that. Like that. And then there's going to be a 10 mil right here that comes out. And then that will just pop freely like that. So when you do that, the bumper might loosen up a tad. Then we'll go over to this side right here. So both sides are out like that. Okay, so right here where the end of the socket is, there's normally a 10 mil right there. So to get to it, you're gonna have, that's why we remove the side of the cover right here, is to access under there. This one, it doesn't have it on there, but normally there's a 10 mil right there. And you can just pop that out like that a little bit, it'll loosen up, and then you're gonna go to this one right here and take this off. There's going to be a little bracket that comes with it. And then finally right here, same thing for this side. There's 3 10s, one under the fender, one on the corner, and then one right here. And once you have that, the bumper is ready to come off. Don't pull too hard, because if you pull too hard, there's fog lights in here. And the fog lights will get pulled out of the connector. So just hold it like this, and you're gonna see access right here to get to the clip. So just pop that clip off like that, and I'll show you how to do it on this side. So yeah, make sure that the wire doesn't have a bunch of tension on it. And to get this clip off, it's really simple. You don't need any tools. Just put your thumb right under that and pop it off like that. Carrying on onto the headlights. To remove the headlights, once you have the bumper off, very, very straightforward. First one is right here. You don't have to do this one first. It's just, that's what I do. First one to get to. And then also, you're going to see a tab in the back of the headlight. This one kind of hides from you, so make sure to do that one next. Like that. And then we're gonna come over here on this side. There's two 10 mils. One is for the headlight and one is for the headlight mount. So take both of those off. That frees up right there. And then there's also another 10 mil right here on the bottom of it. So it'll slide out like that. Don't pull too hard because there's a plug obviously that is connecting your headlight to everything, and it goes in this spot right there. Hold the clip like this and get a flathead. Slide it in between right there and just do a little twist. That won't break the clip or anything. And then separate that, and now you have a headlight off. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the other side. Go through these 10s that we just went over. There's one there. So we'll count them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. So there's 6 10 mils to pull off the headlight. That should free up and slide forward like that. And then, so the clip, there's a clip right there holding, it's kind of hard to see, but on this harness. All right, so it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if the camera can get in there, but there's a zip tie clip right here that I'm poking with the flathead. Just clip that zip tie and it will release the headlight out. Okay, so just get some cutters in there. Make sure you don't cut your harness. And just clip that zip tie. And it will free that up to come out. So open that up like that, and then you're gonna see the hood hinge bracket. It's for the hood cables, so make sure to undo that, and that'll give you a lot more room. Bring this out, set it on the crash bar in your leg, and right there you'll see the clip again. We're gonna stick our flathead in right at the edge of the plug and give it a small twist. Unplug that. Alright, so for the side skirt removal, there's 2 ways you can do it. If you have a very, very small Phillips, here I'll show you what mine looks like that I sometimes use. Mine is right here. You can do it if you don't have tools to take off your wheel. You can use one of these. It is a little bit harder, so I'm just going to show you how to do it the right way. So when you're pulling off wheels, there's multiple different sizes of lug nuts. They have 17s, 19s, they have 21s, 22s. This one has 21 millimeter lug nuts on it. So we'll pull these 5 off. So it doesn't matter if you do the front or the rear wheel first. Just make sure you grab both of those off. And the reason you take those off is so that you can access those Phillips heads that I was talking about on the ends of the side skirt. Alright, so pull this off right here. There's one right here. And I pulled these off too just to get some more access when you're working under here. We'll go to the back and pull those off. Alright, so once you get the 4 Phillips heads off on the ends of the side skirt, we're going to get under here and I'll count them. There's 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you should be able to reach under here and notice that all this is loose. You don't want it to be holding on anywhere. And then what I do it is I'll start from the back and I'll work a panel popper in there. There's there should be 3 clips right here, and you don't want to break those because then it'll never line up again. So just kind of open this up a little bit. We're going to work our panel popper under there, kind of get it to view. Then once you can view it, just pop it out like that and work your way down. Pop that out like that. Same thing right there. Pop that out. Once you start popping these 3 off, it is common for the door ones to start popping automatically. Looks like this one's already broken. So this one has been taken off before. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like there's 6 on the inside. The only one that made it was this one. So pop it out like that. And then don't let this hang because you don't want it to break the front clips. So just kind of shut your door. Walk over here. I set my knee under it on this side. And we'll be able to pop this out like that. Somebody's had this off before. So there's one. And there's 2. And you don't want to like force it to come off these clips. Once you get in there, like once you get under this clip right here, just twist the panel popper and it will make it come out nicely. Like, so I did these 3 and somebody else did these ones and they're not even there. So yeah, take your time, make sure that you don't break any clips because then they don't line up in the future. And we'll do the other side now. Alright, so now that we've removed the side skirts, the headlights, the front bumper, we're going to pull off this fender. All you need for this is 10 mil panel popper and a Phillips head. So we'll start here since we already have half this rubber shroud off. Move this stuff out of the way. Open that up. And then we're going to see clips in here. So there was one right there. There's another one right here. And there's another one right here. I like to just put, like when I'm working on the side of a car, I'll put the clips and bolts right here on top of the fender. I'm sorry, in front of the windshield wiper. So once you get those clips out, take that off. You can set it on the windshield, it's not going to scratch it. And then this kind of opens up some more room for us right here to get this rubber piece out of here. There's multiple clips up the top. So undo those clips, and then there's one more kind of hidden right here. Walk that out around that, and then this piece frees up. You don't want to break these, because then when you start breaking clips and ripping the tabs, nothing stays in the spot after. So now we have all of our space opened up right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's also a 10 mil inside the door jamb right here. So you have 8 10 mils, and then you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Phillips head screws to get the fender liner out, or to get it loose at least. So the fender liner's loose, those 5 are gone. And we're gonna go get our 10 mil. Hell yeah. If you have a wobbly, it'll make your life easier. So that one's loose. We'll work our way up. Take that one off. Then take that one off. This is why it makes your life easy right here. And then we'll go to the bottom. And at this point you'll see the fender, you'll see it loosen up, but when you get to this point it's not done yet, so don't go pulling on it. Get a 10mm wrench. We're going to open up our door, and we're going to see a little guy hiding right here. So loosen this up. So yeah, you don't have to get that completely loose. This has a slide tab on it. See right there how the fender's moving forward and back. So once you get all that done, slide it, just give it a little wobble forward. And it'll pop off. Alright, so onto the passenger side. Clearly, this fender, it's not looking too hot. But if you need a hot looking fender, Sac City Auto Parts, we can get you a new one. But we're going to still take this apart, pop those same clips that we did on the other side. And the reason that you pop the plastic pieces off of the cowl right here, the battery and the brake fluid tray covers, is because under the tray cover sits the corner of this rubber piece that we need off in order to get our fender off. There's one more clip back here in the corner. Just verifying that all those are popped off. This side's crashed, so I was assuming that it would be popped off. Now we'll go inside the door jamb and we'll get that last one. Alright, so once that's loose, the fender will come off. Cool. Alright, so to get this hood off, you're going to come over here and you're going to see these little plastic beauty trim pieces. And if you look to the side right here, you're going to see a clip that's going through the hood hinge. You need to pinch that together, and then this will slide down and then slide up off of the hinge, just so you don't break anything. So we'll start that. Push that side down, go to the other side, push that in. So that frees up this. You're going to slide it forward and it comes off just like that. And there is a piece of the windshield washer sprayer that is connected to this. So you just want to get under there and that slides out like that. There's like just a little L clip in there. And this is rubber, so it stretches. It's just in a little rubber circle. So you don't have to worry about ripping that. Take it off, obviously, with care. So we're going to do that to the other side. And then we will take off the hood struts. And then the 4 12mm nuts for the hood. And then the hood comes right off. Can you see in there? Yeah. So work that side down like that. Get to the top. Push that clip down. Like so. Slide it forward. Same thing as the other side. There's going to be that little L clip. Alright, so once you get that little clip out of the top of the sprayer, this slides out like so. And then get a flathead screwdriver, and we are going to, I put my head under the hood just because when you take these off, the hood's going to want to fall. So I kind of just push up with my head a little bit, give it some pressure, get the corner of your flathead in there and walk it up the top like that, and then lift it off. And the hood strut will slide out of that pin. But be careful because one strut Oh, these are actually good struts. Normally, if you take one off, it'll fall. So same thing on the other side. Get the corner of your flathead in there. Pop it loose. And walk that to the front of it. And then pop that free. And now your hood will fall. So keep that in mind. Then grab a 12. Lift this hood up like that. Pop that off like that. And be careful when you're taking the hood off. If the hood slides out of the hood hinges, if you have a good windshield, you don't want the corner of the hood to hit the windshield and break. And then before we do this side, there's going to be a little rubber hose that goes into the squirters. Just kind of pinch that out and it'll come out like that. Get that out of the way. Okay, so once that's out like that, I'm going to lift that out carefully. Make sure it's all free on both sides. Come down with the hood like that and just lift it straight up. So now we're here. We have no hood, we have no front end, we have no side skirt. The hood hinge is very accessible. You're going to see the windshield washer sprayer hose come up here. It's got a little square clip on it. I just like to get a little tension on the hose, so when you push this clip down, that side goes in. Same thing on that side, press it right there, and then just kind of wiggle it free. Maybe give a little help. So pop that loose. And then you got a 12 mil right here. And you got a 12 mil right there. And these sometimes have a little bit of glue on there. If they're really hard to get off, don't just go yanking on it, because you'll bend the hinge. There's a little opening right here on the frame rail. You can get a flathead or a panel popper and just kind of pop it straight up right there, and that will free it up. So we'll do that to the other side. And one of the reasons why you would need to know how to take your hood hinges off is if you get in like a small front end collision to where your frame rails don't bend, but your hood takes a hit or it tweaks. Like if you shut your hood and your hood's all crooked, more than likely it's your hinges. These are pretty flimsy. I mean, you can see it's literally just moving around like that. That would be the main reason why you would need to. This one still moves nicely. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. 112 there. And 112 there. And it came right off. So that is how you remove hood hinges off of a G37 Coupe.